property way. The reason behind that was I'd spent 10 years in finance prior and had often seen clients making decisions based on opinions or bad advice from other people, or buying overpriced property from other property groups and other property companies. So we wanted to do things differently. I think Property Way is different because we're a sustainable property company and we're building this business to have long-term partnerships with our clients. We have a personal approach and excellent product expertise. So bringing those two together, I believe that we've got a really strong offering.
Working in the property industry, I enjoy most dealing with people. I think first and foremost, I've had a background in relationship management style roles ever since I was out of high school. So first of all, I love dealing with people and helping them achieve their goals. And then at the same time, I've got a real passion for the technical side of property and the research. And I think that's probably where the industry and the job and the business suits me so well, is I'm able to bring those two passions together and work with people.
The most important question for me to understand when we're speaking to clients is what's motivating them to do this. Every person has a different reason about why they're investing in property. For some people it's to be wealthy, for some people it's just to provide for their kids, for some people it's to retire early. So it's really important that we understand exactly why someone's doing what they are and how that's going to affect their decisions.
At Property Way, when we first meet with a client, there's three key areas that we try and unearth, and one of them is their financial profile, their income, their assets, their liabilities, their property profile, so their knowledge base, their understanding, their beliefs, and then their personal profile, and that's goals, motivations, what are they trying to achieve. We bring all those three different core areas together and we create a strategy for them and a plan, first and foremost, and the property really comes second.
The most important part for us is understanding the client's individual situation and their aspirations. Once we've covered that off, we then develop a strategy or a statement of recommendations document for them, which basically outlays what exactly we think is going to be the best plan of attack for them. Once we've provided that to them and they're in agreement with us, we then provide them with a property investment report, which contains a minimum of 2 options from them to consider. Included in that report, which is very, very comprehensive, is information like the demographics and why that particular property style is suitable for that area. Also an independent valuation, so that way we can tell that the developer's pricing or the vendor's pricing is in line with current market values. And from that information, we hope the client can make a really informed decision.
Clients enjoy working with us because of the intrinsic understanding we have of their personal position and their aspirations with property investment. Also because of the transparency of the information that we provide to them and the research, and then the time that we give them to make the decision that they feel comfortable with. At Property Way, we're lucky to deal with people from all different financial capabilities, and when thinking about some of our best success stories, we've got some clients that have accumulated 4 and 5 properties over a 3-year period, and then some other clients that it's just a great result to see them get started and be able to manage their cash flows on an ongoing basis. Because we sit with the client every 12 months and get an understanding on how that property is performing and how they're holding on to that property, it's exciting for us to be able to see that it is a success and that we've been able to support them to reach some financial gains.
Some of the most common reasons that people choose to invest in property are for themselves, to build wealth or to gain that financial independence, to know that they don't have to rely on their work for the rest of their lives. For others, it is about helping their kids and helping their grandchildren into properties. Sometimes when older people think about the challenges their kids might face when trying to buy a property, that's a big motivator for them. So I think the most common misconception with people is how expensive it is to invest in property. Once we sit down and look at a client's profile and understand what they can possibly contribute to an investment property and getting that first big decision and that first acquisition out of the way, it then becomes exciting, and being able to manage someone's cash flow each year and sit down with them, understand what that property is costing them, and then look forward to the second and third properties. Making that first big step is the best, and it's sometimes the scariest part of the process, but clients often then are happy to take step 2, 3 and 4.
We often hear from clients that property investment is something they wish they'd have considered sooner in their life, and one thing we always say is if you are thinking about investing in property, just give us a call. We're always happy to have a chat and understand more about what you're trying to achieve and give you as much information as we can.
The most common question that people ask me is, Renee, where should I invest? Where should I buy a property? That's a really important question, but what's more important than that is understanding why, understanding their capability, understanding their fears, their motivations, and what they can actually afford. We need to ascertain that first before we decide where you should invest in property. I think people come back and work with us because we genuinely see our clients as friends. We're seeing them so many times throughout the process, and we commit to support them from start to finish and beyond.